good morning, and welcome back to the Kristin Omdahl Show. This is episode 1121, and we are live in Southwest Florida in my studio, working ever so hard on so many fun and exciting things. I've got tons to share with you today, but we're going to wait a minute for people to pop over from pre-chat and notifications. If you are joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting today. Let me know if you have questions for me, or let's just talk about anything you want to talk about. If you are going to watch the recorded version, which I know most people do, that's okay. You can also ask me questions because I get notified of those comments and questions throughout the day, and I do reply to everybody, and I will come back to that in a few minutes. I do want to talk about replying to people. And what else? If you're new to my channel, welcome. I go live a couple days a week. I share tutorial videos every week, and you can go through all of my playlists here and find thousands of tutorial videos and podcast posts throughout the years as well. If you are interested in any of my content, please consider subscribing. It's the red button below, and there's a bell button right next to it where you can, if you click that, you'll be notified with a pop-up every time I go live or have something new to share. If you do that and it doesn't work, you might want to check the notification setting on your phone for the actual YouTube app. It's sometimes a double opt-in for some people. Let's see who's here. So much to share with you today. Let's see, we have, hi Joe, Crazed Vintage Model, Chris, Thea, Sharon, Judy, Angela, Thea, Judy. I need to start saying Judy with last initial. So we've got Judy K, Judy W, hi Rita and Jackie and Judy G. There, I knew I wanted to find all three. I want to make sure I said hello to all three specifically. When, you know, it's really hard to keep track of all the comments, but there are times when I really would like to differentiate with that and last initial if I can, because at times we have several people with the same first name. You know, just trying to do my best. Well, let's see. So, everybody have a good weekend, a good Thanksgiving if you celebrated, or just a good weekend otherwise. Hope you took some time to be creative. I hope you took some time for self-care. Hi, Cherie, good morning. Hi, Jackie, good morning. And how was your weekend, baby Bjorn? His weekend was good too. He's a happy kitty. You happy kitty? Yes, you are. It's my baby. Hi, Jane, good morning. That's a sweet baby. Is that my sweet baby? That's a baby. There's a voiceover on TikTok where there's a little kid that says, "I'm just a baby," and so I say that to baby Bjorn all the time now. I say, "Are you just a baby?" "Yeah, you're just a baby." I know, and he loves it. He just loves that like baby talk, and he loves it, so I love it, so we just ramp up and act real silly all the time. Oh well, you know what? We do it in the privacy of our own home, so be it. Right? Okay, where do I even begin with exciting things to share with you guys today? I guess I'll begin with something right here at my feet. Hi, Carrie. Good morning. Wait till you see what I have. And look at the restraint. I hope you can appreciate the restraint I've had, because I received these bags of my next shipment of Hobie yarn. I received them several days ago, but I wasn't ready to do the unboxing video. So true to my promise that I always say, if I tell you I'm opening it, I'm not fake opening it, I'm truly opening it and seeing it for the first time. So I have not opened these bags of yarn. I've been looking at them for days, and I'm going to record the video at some point today and hopefully get it scheduled for Wednesday. But I hope you are proud of me for having such great restraint to not open those bags. Hi, Rennie. Good morning. Hi, Angela. And anybody else that I've missed, hello and welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here. You may, if you're on my mailing list, you may have received an email from me this morning too. The mystery crochet along has been announced, and you can download the first part of the pattern now. What you'll receive in that first part of the pattern is the material list, right? And I'm doing the mystery crochet along in two options. I happen to have two different types of sport weight yarn, and I thought depending on what part of the world you live in, you may want to do it in alpaca or a warmer fiber, or you may want to do it in a cotton bamboo blend for a lighter fiber content. And while I can't show you the finished pieces, I did mention that it's a cowl because I don't feel comfortable saying it's a mystery project and not telling you what it is. Like, there are people that may despise making bags or only like to make scarves and shawl and cowls, or vice versa. And so I feel like I can't do it. There might come a day when I can make it a total mystery. I don't feel comfortable doing it right now. So I did mention that it's a cowl, and you know me, I'm going to explain to you how you can make it a scarf or a larger project, because we're going to go over the multiples and all that sort of thing when it comes time to doing the project. But when you download the pattern now, I included that chart that I made several months ago, maybe a year ago, I'm not sure, the yarn estimate. So let's say you don't want to make it in number 2 sport weight, or let's say you want to make it based on my suggestions for making it wider or longer. If you want to place your yarn orders for any of those other components, those charts will help you. Sure, you can make it in fingering weight yarn. That's fine too. That's great, Chris. Yes, you can. Your gauge is going to be different, so please look at that chart that's already included in the pre-pattern download. So what's going to happen is, in a mystery crochet along, every week I will release a new update on the pattern, and you can go to your account and download the new update. In that update, you will get that section of the pattern, and you will get a link to where the supplemental video tutorial is. I'm going to move you over just a little bit, Sugar. He likes to rest on the laptop, and I just don't like that. Stay on the pink banky, okay? Or you sit here. There you go. Yeah, cowls are great for all weather. They're great for most seasons. I can't say anything wrapped around your neck is great for subtropics in the summer, but in general, around the world, cowls are at least a 3-season wear, right? It's something you can wear quite often, and the lighter they are, the more year-round they can be. But I did like doing it in 2 different fiber contents because I could, and because it gives people plenty more options. In the pattern page, you can see the links for exactly what I ordered, the exact yarns, the exact colors. I did 4 colors of, I'm going to show you the remnants of the first cowl that I did. This is the one from Andean Treasure. It's 100% baby alpaca by Knit Picks, and it's number 2 sport weight yarn. And then my second version I'm doing in Shine Sport, which is another number 2 sport weight yarn from Knit Picks, and I chose these 4 colors, and you can get all of those details on the yarn page. Now, I did announce this quite a bit ahead of time. So I announced it, Monday, November 28th, and we're not going to start the mystery crochet along until January 2nd. January 1st is a Sunday, so that doesn't make sense either. So January 2nd is a Monday, and that's when the first section will be released. From there, I will be releasing a new section every week until we're done, and it looks like it's going to take the whole month of January. So you'll have plenty of time each week to do your homework and get ready for the next section. Should be a lot of fun. I think there's a lot you can learn from this, and we will discuss it as we go here on the show and wherever, but there are a lot of ways you can use this pattern for other things too, and we'll talk about all of that as well. But I would like to pause for a second to make sure there aren't any questions. So I did scroll through the pre-chat this morning before I went live to see if there were any questions that I should address. One of them is, what do the different initials mean? Sometimes I use KAL, sometimes I use MAL, sometimes I use CAL, and sometimes I use MCAL or MKAL. So let's go over that so that you can understand what that means. So MAL stands for make along, and make along is the way that I like to describe a make along without differentiating specifically between knitting and crocheting. So on the Shawls for Sharing make along days every Tuesday, I make a point to say make along because I want to make sure everybody is included, and I don't care whether you're knitting or crocheting along with me. We're making for charity, and we're discussing different ways that we give back to our communities. And so there, it's more of an exclusion terminology. Did I say exclusion? I meant inclusion. Queen Walker, how do I join the project? Follow the link that Judy shared here. It will also be updated in the video description. If you're on my mailing list, you would have gotten an announcement this morning. It is the most recent blog post on my website where you can get an update there, and it is the newest product in my crochet pattern shop as well. So lots of ways to find it, and Judy has just shared it again, so you can follow that link as well. And that's the blog post where it describes what's going on, and from there you can click on the pattern page and download the pattern for $3.99. If you've never purchased a pattern from me before, or maybe never purchased anything from my website, make sure you set up an account and make your purchase while logged into your account. That way, lots of reasons. Number one, you have access to the pattern always in your account. You have unlimited downloads and 24/7 access from anywhere you go, any device, anywhere. It's really a great system. Once you have an account, anything that you put in, you purchase, goes into that account, and you have access to it at all times, whether it's any of my courses, my ebooks, or my patterns. So really great. And then with the mystery crochet along, that's where you'll get your updates. You'll go to your account every Monday in January and re-download the pattern and get the updates as well. Hi, LaShira. Does that make sense, Queen Walker? I want to make sure you understand and feel good. And if anybody else has questions about it, absolutely ask me, because I want to make sure everybody understands. We're on the same page. You've got 4 weeks now to pick your yarns and order them, so it's plenty of time, and get them shipped to you. So it's plenty of time for everybody to get their yarn and be ready to go. All right, so we will hold off. I'll take a quick pause here and make sure everybody's on board. Okay, what else? What else am I going to ask? And that reminds me. I did say that when you leave a comment, I get notified and I will get back to you. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to get back to you in 5 minutes. During regular business hours, I am pretty quick to respond to questions. I am pretty quick to respond to questions and comments, but in the evening or overnight or on the weekends, I'm not as quick to update. And you have to keep in mind, I get questions and comments 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because I get questions and comments from all over the world and on multiple platforms. I get questions on my professional Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, my professional Facebook Messenger, my personal Facebook Messenger, my Instagram posts, my Instagram DMs, my YouTube videos, my Pinterest pins, my Pinterest message board, Twitter, what else, my website, comments on all products and all blog posts, and then email. So as you can see that, and I might have missed something. I feel like that isn't even everything, but I wanted to point out that can be really overwhelming to get questions and comments across so many platforms, personally and professionally, and just everywhere. So all my friends and family know notifications are never set on my personal cell phone. And the reason being is that I have to draw the line of when I can be available, because 24/7, 7 days a week is literally impossible as a human being. So what I wanted to say is that everybody gets replied to. It just not be in the 5 minutes after the question is asked. So I just wanted to point that out. But everybody does get replied to. I think. Yes, we try. And Judy does a lot of the answering of emails through the customer service, and customer service and pattern support through my website is the best way to get actual technical help on things like that. And from there, we do try to get an answer to everybody. And Judy's really good about getting a quick reply to people to let them know they have been heard and not necessary to read the same question across multiple platforms, and that way I do get an opportunity, if it's a technical question, to take my time and answer it thoroughly before getting back to somebody. So just wanted to mention that. Cherie, if I forgot to sign up and bought the mystery crochet along, can I still get the updates? You'll have to email Judy through customer support, and that can be handled. Yes, and it looks like Judy did share that just now. Judy, Judi, at KristinOmdahl.com, and she can help with that. Hi, Donna. Good morning. What else? What else? All right, see, Cherie sent an email about forgetting to be logged into her account, and asked the question here as well, and Judy has already taken care of it because she sent an email first. Wonderful. Hi, Sonia. Good morning. Does anybody have any other questions about any of that? I got more good stuff to show you. Is Bjorn? Yeah, Bjorn showed you his kitty butt. That's okay. He's sleepy. He's sleepy. He wants to sit on his pink banky right here. Okay, so one of the other things that I worked on this weekend was taking the charts of different pullover patterns that already exist on my website and converting them into cardigan charts. So think about this. So if something is worked in the round, and this is the case in many stitch patterns, when something is worked in the round, it is often a perfect repeat, and to work it back and forth in rows, it requires a restructuring of the stitch pattern to make it a multiple worked in rows, but with a plus on either side. So like a multiple of 6 plus 3 instead of a pure multiple of 6. Hopefully that makes sense. So in order to do that, in order to convert a chart for even a yoke that's been worked in the round, it does take quite a bit of work to restructure it to make it worked in rows instead. So like changing where the chain 3 is for the beginning of a row, changing the row numbers to opposite sides of the project, but also changing the repeat so that you have that plus section on either side of the full multiple for the 2 sides of the front, and then making sure that they're both symmetrical. I'd like to make sure that they're symmetrical on each side as well. So it does take some restructuring, and it does take some time. Well, I did that for 2 of my pullover patterns on my website this weekend because I'd really like to make cardigans from those stitch patterns. Would you like to see one of them? I started this weekend. So there's a Trixie pullover on my website, and it's a beautiful number 2 sport weight top down raglan pullover pattern that I happen to absolutely love, and I really wanted to turn it into a vest / cardigan, and in order to do that, had to convert the pattern, had to convert the chart, and all that good stuff. So I decided to try it in Shine Sport, and I gotta say, this is such a great yarn substitute for my number 2 sport weight yarns. When I say that my old yarns in number 1, number 2, it's because I had multiples, and all of them had very consistent gauge between them, so there's no point in saying the names. I'd rather just say it's a good substitute for whichever weight that I used to carry. So if there's something you're looking to make in one of my old yarns, I like to make sure that I'm specific that way. So here's what I have so far. How cute is this going to be, right? So I'm not quite to the point where you separate these sleeves from the fronts and backs and then join to do the body. But I have 11 balls of this yarn, and it is 110 yards per ball. So I think having, 1100, 12, 1110, 1220. So having 1220 yards, I think I'll have plenty to make the sleeves as long as I want, or to make the piece as long as I want. I may end up doing a duster length and like a mid-thigh length and skipping the sleeves. I'm not sure where I'm going to use all of that yardage, but I'm going to use it some way. And you know, the instructions for working the sleeves in the round is already in the pullover, so I will move that over to the cardigan post. So if you want to do the sleeves, whether I do or not, I will, and I often do this. I often share instructions for optional sleeves, even when I choose not to do sleeves. I happen to like seeing the look of a blouse coming out of a sleeveless top, and that's often why I do things without sleeves. It's just I feel like it looks so pretty. But if you're going to wear something with a tank top underneath, then having a sleeve with just lace is beautiful too. So either way is great. And like I said, I always try to share that's my I started pulling on a thread. Dumb. It's my elongated stitch so that I could pull my hook out. I was really going to unravel my work as I'm sitting here. How silly. Hi, Lori. Good morning. Hi, Marlene. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way this is coming along. The drape is out of this world. And just so you know, it's a number 2 sport weight. It's made out of 60% Pima cotton and 40% modal, which is a semi-natural fiber. It starts from beechwood fiber and then it is transformed into modal. It has a couple of really great features because it is both Pima cotton and modal. Modal is like bamboo and like silk. It picks up dye really well, so you get those super saturated colors, which you don't get from cotton. Cotton is often muted colors, and so you get the super saturated colors. Here are those other colors that I used for the mystery crochet along, and then this is color crocus that I'm using for the cardigan, and you can see those colors are super saturated and bright, which I love. I love both though. I love muted colors of cotton too. When I say I get excited about something, it doesn't mean that I necessarily don't like alternatives. It's just what I'm focusing on in the moment. You know what I mean? Anyway, the drape is out of this world. It's not blocked, it's not washed, it's not anything. And the drape is just, can you see that? Not stiff at all. Look at that. I'm dangling strings in front of Bjorn's face and he's just like, oh, so pretty. My sweet baby. Who's a sweet baby? Oh, so baby. He's letting me pet his chin. I love it when he lets me scratch his chin, because he will literally rest his chin in the palm of my hand and I can feel it there. It's so precious. So then the other pattern that I'm converting right now is the Meshberry pullover, and that's done in a number 1 fingering weight yarn, and I've bought quite a few number 1 fingering weight yarns recently, and I'm really trying to figure out where to put that organic cotton color pack yarn from my Hobie yarn purchase. It's number 1 fingering weight organic cotton in those 5 muted colors of beachy tones, and I can't decide if Meshberry should be like a long cardigan in those colors, or if it should be a single color, or if I need to do one of my like a dress in those colors, like, or maybe do a motif. Like I could take one of the motifs like from the Lisa Marie bag I did or the Audra poncho, and turn either one of those motifs and deconstruct them to do half motifs and quarter motifs and those things to do a motif dress. Wouldn't that be beautiful in colors? Or the Majestic Skies crochet motifs shawl, turn that into a garment. I'd really like some maxi dresses for like next summer, or some maxi skirts for next spring and summer. Meshberry is such a fun project. It's done in a traditional style, one of the traditional styles of granny square, which is the 3 double crochet chain one, and you always work the following 3 double crochet in the previous chain one. It's such an easy stitch pattern to memorize, and great way to add color or stripes or shaping. So there's a lot of things we can talk about with that pattern, and if you're looking to do your first garment, Meshberry pullover is a great one, because you may already be familiar with the granny stitch pattern, and if you've done any motifs in granny stitch squares, doing a garment in that with the minimal shaping here at the raglans and then working even in pattern in the round is a great transition from doing flat pieces to a garment. Like, that's a stitch pattern that I have taught many people how to crochet with. I have a friend, an in real life friend here in Naples, who she and I met when our kids were little, and they were taking their first tennis lessons together, and I taught her how to crochet with a granny square and taught her how to continue on in pattern, and she ended up making a queen size throw for her daughter's bed back then, and it was we just started with a granny square. All right, does anybody have any questions about what I've talked about so far? Because there's more. And I do have to stay on time today because today is one of the days that I schedule Patreon Zoom calls for my tier 4 Patreon subscribers. So when you join at the tier 4 level, you get all of the benefits of all the other tiers. So you get the tier 1 free pattern coupon code every month. You get the tier 2 link to the behind the streams live stream that I share every month, which was really fun this month. It's fun every month, but it was fun this month. It's fun getting back to normal after the hurricane right now too. You know, I hope you see that my energy levels have come back a little bit. It's because I feel like my life's gotten a tiny bit more normal, and that's always a good thing, right? Then you also get the level 3 benefit, which is a handwritten note card mailed to you every month. And then the level 4 is, so you get all of those from those 3, plus you get the level 4 benefit, which is getting to schedule a 15-minute Zoom call with me, which is a video chat, and I literally open up my computer, put on Zoom, and I sit here and talk to the person who calls me. Or I call them, they call me. We set it up and schedule it, so it's great. And so if any of that appeals to you, you can follow the link that Judy is sharing on Patreon. I just wanted to mention that this happens to be what I will be working on right after the show today, so I like to stay on time for those. And yeah, and then get back to making this. I also have something else to show you. My Cocoon shrugs are done. I am just waiting for a sunny day to photograph them. It's supposed to rain all day today, so I will not be going outside, but they are blocked and ready to go. And they look so cute on. I'm not dressed for it right now, and I'm not going to show you right now, but here's the crochet one. This is going to be a sized Cocoon shrug, and I made the medium large in both of these, but they will be yardage and charts and instructions for all 4 sizes. There will be a extra small, medium large, which is what I made in both, and a 1X, 2X, and a 3X, 4X size. Aren't these beautiful? So pretty. I'm so excited. And these are done in number 4 sport weight yarn. I made both of these in Knit Picks Brava worsted, which means you could use Brava worsted, or you could use in the exact number of balls I use per size, or you could buy 10 packs of this yarn and get to use that coupon code for an extra discount on Knit Picks, which is my value pack, and you get an extra discount on those. And you can also buy Brava 500, which is the equivalent of 10 balls in one ball, I believe. It's something like that. It might not be 10, I forget. Well, yeah. No, it's the equivalent of 5 balls. Anyways, it's another way to get a bulk discount too. Joe, I loved making both of them. I think you could enjoy making both of them. I do. And, you know, make them in different colors so you have different pieces to wear. Thank you, Jackie. Hi, Carmen. I've got the hiccups. Sorry. Now you can see my little tool caddy here. This isn't everything. This is only what I'm working with at the moment, or what needs to get put away. Do you want to see my actual tool bag? I'll show you. It's massive. And one of these days, hopefully sooner than later, I want to show you how I stay organized in a small space, because when will those patterns be released? Great question, Lori. They will be released soon-ish. like I said this morning, I still have to do the photos, and the photos are obviously an important part of it. Then I have to start doing all the graphics for all of the different types of, like, for example, I need different dimension photos for the product page, the blog post, the YouTube thumbnail, the Pinterest post, the Instagram post, the Facebook post, what else? And Instagram story, Instagram post, like it's a lot. So the graphic design part comes after the photos. Like first I take the photos, then I have to edit the photos, then I have to size them for the different places and figure out what kind of marketing graphic design I will add to any of them if necessary. Some places I need to add graphic design to them, like name and promotional stuff. Some I have to leave it off, but I still need Ravelry, Etsy, and Ravelry and Etsy both take different graphic dimensions than photo dimensions and all the other places I mentioned too. So that's quite a job in itself, and that usually takes a day as well. So I need a good day for photos, I need a day for graphics, then and then I need to do shoot the video tutorials, edit those, and then at that point the videos and the patterns should be coming out together. I would like to say within a week, but it's hard to say right now. But it will be soon, I know that. It will, and at the very least, I'm probably a week out, but that's if nothing else gets in the way. Anyway, great question though. It's soon. It will definitely be soon. They will be the next patterns to be released. How's that? So here's where I keep all of my knitting needles and crochet hooks right now. So I have it divided. Again, I'm in a really small place. You may not be. What I want to do, I have had these for a while and I want to review them for you. They are rechargeable lighted crochet hooks with interchangeable heads. You can find these in my Amazon shop. I put them in there after I purchased them. I think these are going to be awesome for nighttime when we want to knit and crochet while watching movies with family with dimmed lighting, or let's say you want to work with dark yarn in the evening or in poor lighting. I think these are going to be amazing, and I've had them in here to review them for you and give them a try. So hopefully I'll do that soon too. So I have this separated in two directions. I have large gallon size zipper baggies going this way, and those are labeled with the sizes of all of my circular knitting needles. I do have a couple of straight needles, but I don't like straight needles that much. I have all of my double points and circular needles in all of these gallon size zipper baggies going this way. Then if you can see over here, I have quart size zipper baggies going this way, and those are labeled also with the name and with the number or the letter. Do I put the letter or the number on there? I put the letter on there. So they are organized by the size of the crochet hooks. So starting with, I guess, steel hooks, and then maybe a size B, and then going all the way up to whatever's the end, Q, N. I have M and N, back, or yeah, M and N. So as you can see, I have a lot of knitting needles and crochet hooks, and they're all by size, right? The circular needles come in different lengths, and the crochet hooks all come in different sizes. And you know, whenever you're working on something and stashing it in a bag, it's nice to have backup for anything else. Or let's say I'm working on a sample and I need to use the same size for a video tutorial. I actually need duplicates in every size as well for that reason. Oh, that's cool. Something's giving me a crown. Oh, the mandala looks like a crown today. That's awesome. Hi, Holy Hummer. Hi, Sarah. I also have wall art that keeps falling down. The problem is I don't have it on a really great hook, but this would be a great gift for the holidays too. This is the Adele wall art. You can find this in my book, 52 Crochet Gifts, and you can also find it as a single pattern download on my website. In the pattern, you get the charts and written instructions for these various motifs. all pretty on their own, but look really cool together. And so I painted a really just plain cheap canvas that you can buy at any craft store. I painted it with pearlized metallic paint. You could paint it with whatever you want. And then I added the motifs on there. And I like the idea of doing natural colored cream yarn for this, but imagine doing this in colors. Imagine picking 3 or 4 colors and doing each motif in multicolor like that. You could do this kind of a look on this too, and I think that would be really gorgeous as well. But it keeps falling down because when I'm done with the screen here, I fold it up and put it back there, and I put it there or there, and sometimes just being klutzy, I lean into the seat too hard or the wall and knock it down. The wall art is pretty. Thank you, Holy. I love it too. I would have loved to have done a bigger one, but at the time, these were the supplies that I had. However, there's enough variation within these motifs, I believe, that you could just make more than one of each. You know, make 2 or 3 of each of these, and you could do a much bigger wall art as well. This would be stunning in a bigger scale. Baby Bjorn, you like it too? Does it smell good? Gosh, she's so sweet. Such a sweetheart. All right, we've probably gone over on time right now. And like I said, timing is important to me today. Got to stay on time. Okay, we're out of time. So there's probably more to talk about, but we'll save that for another day. If you have some time and are interested, join me tomorrow for the Shawls for Sharing Make-Along, where we will talk about the pattern of this quarter, Alicia knit shawl pattern. I will have some surprises for different ways to use the pattern tomorrow, as I always do, and we will talk about different ways that we give back into our communities in lots of ways and inspire each other. Can I use this motif technique on a hat? I have done that many times. If you haven't taken a look at my book, 24 Crochet Hats, you can find a lot of motif designs in there as well, and we can talk about that another day too. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes with me and with baby Bjorn. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And by all means, if you know anybody else that might enjoy this content or enjoy the parties that we have here in the morning, please share my content with others as well. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.